Betty Bailey, president of Auxiliary 7721 here in Naples, Florida. And I'm here with Commissioner Burt Saunders, a commissioner for this district in Collier County. Also, we're going to be discussing the status of the new veterans facility, which he has been working diligently on for the last
three or four years.
So, good morning, Burt.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Give us an update on where we are on the status of getting the funding federally.
Well, the good news is after 3 or 4 months of weekly meetings with the architects, the engineers, the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, and the Collier County staff, we have now completed the application for federal funding. That application went in to the federal government on Tuesday of this week. And so now we're in the point where it's a waiting game. Right. The anticipation is that funding will be available as early as November of this year.
Right. I understand also that we're competing against Texas for this federal funding money, correct?
That is correct. We're actually competing against the entire country. And so the Federal Department of Veterans Affairs will have a limited budget for veterans nursing homes. The only other state that we know of that's getting ready to submit an application is Texas. Now, Texas is a state that has a need for veterans nursing homes, but Florida has actually been designated as the #1 state in the need of veterans nursing homes. And so that puts us in a better position. Right. We also got our application in 3 weeks early, so that hopefully will put us in a little better position as well.
Yeah, I understand also that Florida has a very large population compared to other states for veterans. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct, and we have almost 25,000 veterans in Collier County.
In Collier County alone?
Yeah, and this facility is designed to provide multiple types of services, not only to the residents of the nursing home itself, but to veterans in the community.
I heard something about discussion about adult daycare for veterans too. Is that going to be available?
That is correct. There will be an adult day health care facility. Now, no other veterans nursing homes in Florida have adult day health care facilities. And these facilities, unfortunately, these facilities are not, in terms of new construction, are not funded by the federal government. So what I had to do is I went to the county commission. I got the county commission to allocate an additional $10 million for the adult day health care system. Then I went to the Florida legislature. And the Florida legislature in this budget cycle approved an additional $10 million for our adult day health care facility. So we now have $20 million for that facility, and we'll have about $80 million for the nursing home itself. So those facilities are funded. As soon as we get the federal funding for the nursing home, we're off to the races.
That's amazing. It's going to create job opportunities also for Collier County and bring exposure for our veterans to get more help in this community.
Well, that's an interesting point, because I have a second component to this project. I want this to be a veterans campus. Campus where veterans can go to get all the services they need. So there's another building on that in that location that is now being designated as a Veterans Services Center. I've applied to the federal government through the offices of Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart for a $6 million grant to construct this facility. And this facility will house all of the different veteran services. It'll be room for all of the veterans organizations for their meetings, and veterans can go to this now campus for adult day health care. They can go there to see their loved ones in the nursing home, and they can go to this facility to access all of the services that veterans are entitled to.
Well, sounds like a wonderful opportunity for our auxiliary to get involved and support this program once it is completed. In the meantime, how can we as auxiliary members, or also the audience who might be looking at this, support this effort for final approval?
I think the main thing that we can do now is to continue to create and generate letters of support. Those letters can come to my office, and then I can make sure that they get to the right members of the United States House of Representatives and to the U.S. Senate. But I think that's the main thing right now, is to generate those types of letters, and I'll get back with different organizations and let them know what they can do to assist.
All right, before we close, just give us your email so that everyone can write that down.
Well, I'm going to give everyone my Collier County email. It's Burt, spelled B-U-R-T, Saunders, Saunders, at Collier, COLLIER, colliergovfl.gov.
Well, this is great. Thank you so much for taking the time this morning, and thank you for the continuous service that you do for our veterans in Collier County, and I appreciate it.
I'll wrap up with one other comment. Governor DeSantis, several years ago, said that he wanted to make Florida the most veteran-friendly state in the country. And I tagged on to that, and I've said many, many times, and this is my mission, to make Collier County the most veteran-friendly county in the state. And with this new facility, I think we're accomplishing that goal. Veterans, members of the military served us, and it's our obligation and responsibility to make sure they get the services they need and deserve and have earned. And that's the point for this facility.
Well, again, thank you again, and stay tuned for updates as we go right along to get this final approval. So appreciate your watching.